Hey, what's going on, guys? It's NukiN and welcome back to the channel. So we just got fresh off the press the Road Ahead blog post. We've all been waiting for it. It's January 31st, the last day of the first month of the year, and the Road Ahead blog post is the post that we get at we're supposed to get, within the first few weeks of the quarter usually, but sometimes they're delayed. So, and this is actually earlier than the last quarter. We're about to dive right into it. So this is going to be written by C.G. Carey, one of the producers of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So the first few paragraphs are kind of talking about an intro, and something that kind of caught my eye was that they have a 5-year version of the Road Ahead. So the Road Ahead is, of course, a post that we're covering right now, and it just covers the quarter, so that's just a few months. But they also have an ambitious, or they say audacious, 5-year version. So woo! That means that the devs are planning, at least, or hoping that this game will last for another 5 years. So very interesting. And now we're going to talk about what's actually on the roadmap. So they're going to be doing some new stuff like quality of life, reworks, new characters, new ships. And so they're going to be doing something here called achievement characters. So that's going to be very interesting. They're going to talk about that in the blog post. So let's kind of scroll right down here. So first off, they're going to be doing a ship for Emperor Palpatine. It appears Emperor's Command Shuttle is going to be one of the new ships that's coming to Galaxy of Heroes. This is awesome. I'm suspecting it's going to be a Empire Sith ship, which is going to be very cool. And also they're going to be unlocking it through this new sort of galactic chase event. Now this event appears like it's going to be on a holo table, so it's not going to be probably in the usual event section, but I could be wrong. And on top of that, it looks like there's going to be extra nodes on this holo table where you're going to be able to collect resources. So this is going to is this going to help with the burden of gearing up characters? Probably, but you know what that probably means. Now, the combination of adding additional sort of Gear 12 locations, such as the Shard Store, and maybe this new holotable leads me to believe that it's not, it doesn't say it, but it leads me to believe that, yeah, Gear 13 is probably going to be getting closer because of this new holotable. So, it depends on what kind of gear and resources are going to be there. But the cool thing is, it's not going to be a separate energy grind. It states that right there. So, what does that mean? It means that it's not another energy resource that goes up over time that you need to keep track of and balance and do crystal refreshes to get more of. So, that's going to be very, very, good. I don't need another energy resource to worry about. I don't need another thing to refresh. I have plenty. All right, now going on to the next part, they talk about how there's going to be some achievement-based characters for the year. Now, it talks about how there's going to be achievement rewards, and you're going to do those rewards, I suppose, like maybe it's similar to quests, and then you'll be able to unlock certain sort of characters. So that'll be very interesting. I'm not sure how hard this will be or how long it will take. I am not looking forward to it unless it's fun. Now, the current quest system, in my opinion, is more for people that are completionists. Although the newer recent quest for Grand Arena they do have better rewards. I am still not in a rush to actually complete that. So hopefully, the characters are amazing at least, and hopefully the process to unlocking those characters are equally as fun or as good as the characters themselves. It also states that eventually they'll end up potentially with Wampa and Hermit Yoda in some of the currency shops. So they're going to talk about some more of that in the coming months. Now, on to quality of life. So every so often they do quality of life updates, and it states here that they're going to be doing a quality of life update in this quarter. And so one of the things that they're doing is to try to save time. And so one of the features that they're highlighting here is you're going to be able to sim like when you 3-star a node, a raid, you're going to be able to sim the heroic Rancor raid. That's right. So we officially now can sim, or soon we'll be able to sim the Rancor. This is sort of funny, but also welcome. You know, the Rancor is the very first raid that ever came to the game. It's many years old. There are so many different combinations of teams that can beat it. And it's not like you don't have to, you can choose to actually play it, I think. And I believe that you need to have a 7-star character as well, and that the raid rewards are going to be equal. It says receive equal rewards across guild members, and they're still tuning what those exact rewards are going to be. So if you ever looked at the rewards at first place and 50th place, last place in the Rancor raid, you can see that there is definitely a difference in the reward structure, and it looks like they're going to be equal rewards. Now, I'm not sure if that means that they're going to be the exact same rewards like in territory battles and territory wars, or if they're just going to be, you know, equal prize box levels. So I think that's probably more so the latter. So we'll have to wait and see how that is. And they haven't finalized that, of course. Another quality of life feature that they're going to be talking about here is the character inventory screen, which is a welcome addition. Beforehand, you had to go into like pretending like you were going to do a battle or simming a node, and then go into the battle and then select squad. So this is going to be a quicker way to actually get to your squad management screen, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be replacing the buy data card button, which no one really ever clicked anyway, and people always ended up going to the shop when they wanted to buy a data card, if they ever wanted to do that. Probably not something that elder players, legacy players actually do too often nowadays. Now, on top of that, it's another quality of life feature is going to be the highlighting of the gear level on the squad selection screen. So you can see here that the Jawa are, well, this is a team of Jawa. You can see that this is a gear 8 Dacia and a gear 8 Nebbit, but the Jawa engineer in the top right is gear 7. So before, you couldn't really see that in this screen, so that is a nice addition as well. There's a bunch of other things that are going to be said here, how that's going to help to eliminate duplicates, and there's going to be some extra similar functionality with mods in the mod loadouts. So very nice, a nice quality of life feature for sure, especially when you have also characters that look similar like the Jawa. Now on to the next quality of life feature. They're talking about the combat status effects, the buffs and the debuffs. So this is a problem for particular teams, and one of those teams is actually Jedi Knight Revan. With the Jedi teams, there's a bunch of status effects flying all over the place, and there's going to be a system where you can actually press a button and you're going to be able to eliminate or at least get some visual presence of what's going on. So let's take a look at that. So right here in the top left, there is a button, and then you're going to be able to tap that, and you should be able to expand and see all of the status effects. When it is currently on, which it is right now, the only sort of buffs and debuffs that are showcased are the important ones. So that's going to be very interesting. On top of that, you can see right below that there's a number that indicates the total number of the buffs and the debuffs. So you can see that, you know, potentially offense up is an important one, ability block is an important one. They did mention taunt was going to be an important one. So stuff like that should always be shown, but some of the extra sort of, you know, not as important buffs are going to be kind of hidden from view until you tap that button to toggle it. So that's going to be very welcome, especially in the Jedi Knight Revan mirror matches, and Jedi Knight Revan just came back for the second time. Now they talk about another thing about quality of life, improved matchmaking for Grand Arena. As you know, Grand Arena is the newest game mode, and some of the formats or the maps didn't have any ships to deploy, and so the matchmaking is going to be tweaked a little bit to be more fair, to actually not count the ship GP with factoring into the matchmaking with your opponents, which is, you know, fair, because if you're not going to be able to use your ship roster, you shouldn't be penalized for having a nice one. So very nice talking about that. So now on to the new content. So typically February is Sith month. It's definitely a dark side month, and they're keeping to the dark side, but it's not going to be Sith this month. It's going to be separatist droids. That's right. The droids are going to be getting a rework. We're also going to be getting new droid characters. So first of all, there's going to be a marquee event for the B1 battle droid, and there's going to be a bunch of other characters. It says they're going to be releasing the Droidica, the shielded destroyer. Can't even pronounce that. I probably already butchered that. But the shielded destroyer droids, they're also going to be reworking the B2 super battle droid. It says right here, very nice droid. I like that one. And they're going to be reworking the Magna Guard, which is definitely in need of a rework for sure. And all of these separatist droids are going to combine with the new marquee characters with a General Grievous rework. That's right, General Grievous is getting a rework. So, hallelujah, I don't need to listen to another Arnold delete my channel rework Grievous video. Yes! Just kidding. So finally, General Grievous is going to potentially not be bad and hopefully be very strong. We'll see how that goes. So General Grievous is getting a rework, and the separatists droids are getting a rework, and we're getting some new separatist droids. So that is all for this Road Ahead blog post. What are you guys most excited for? Are you guys going to even, potentially consider doing some separatist droid gearing and going for Grievous? Are you excited about Emperor Palpatine getting a ship and achievements? What are you what are you thinking about this Road Ahead blog post? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, I'll see you guys all in my next video. Cheers.
The Force will be with you, always.